get live on you. Yeah. I'm getting fucked now. 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 I'll get live on you. Yeah. I'm getting fucked now. 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 I'm getting fucked now.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ant coming to you from live and direct Beyond Reality Podcast, the dopest, buckest, Krump blogger pack podcast. You know how I do, man. On the West, East Coast, worldwide, man. What's good, y'all, man? Today got a special guest. We back in the North, y'all. North Cal. This will be my second female dancer to actually pull up. So here we go, y'all. Krump Talk episode. I think we at 35. We got 4orty4, AkA Momma BulletH3ad. Let's go. Hey. How you doing?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, I hear you now. Perfect. Hey, how you doing? Glad to have you on the show today.
Thank you.
It's definitely a pleasure. You will be my second female that I've had on the show. I think a lot of women, they kind of afraid to kind of share their story, man. And you ladies are some of the best dancers that we have in this culture, man.
Oh, thanks for saying that. I think so.
All right, let's jump into it. So for those who don't know you and not familiar with you, introduce yourself.
4orty4, that's my dance name. I've told this story before, but got that dance name because I was 44 when I started learning Krump. I'm 52 now. That's why I wanted to get the story out because I'm old. And it's kind of neat because I think a lot of the OGs have been around for a while, like they've been in the scene. There are not a lot of like older population that'll get into it. So 4orty4, Momma BulletH3ad, Lady Mafioso, and just two people that been with me and believed in me since the beginning. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
from the Bay Area, from Krump 408. Yeah. logo and everything. So,
That's it. 408 stand up. So how did you officially get into Krump?
you know, this studio, I mean, I hate to say, it's not like I walk by a street session and go, ooh, that's not, no, I was at a dance studio, and it had a lot to do with the founder of Krump 408. I was at a dance studio. There was this dance studio called Per Dance. I was learning how to pop. It was the same year I said to myself that I'm gonna do freestyle. So I hadn't danced for a long time. Been married at the time about 13 years or so. So I went to the studio, take popping. They have a grand opening, and you got a tryout class, and there was a Krump class. And this guy, Aftershock, who was the founder of Krump 408, had a class. And it was just like, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll try. And put the music on. I don't know, just some of the basics. I was so stoked. That first class, I ran around that studio going, I'm going to be a truck, you know, for like, that woke me up. I couldn't believe I didn't know this existed. It was the best thing.
Yeah.
The music, Krump music, and yeah. And I was just, you know, it's just basic stuff. And I got hooked. It wasn't even a
I
session.
think that's what Krump does to a lot of us. Like, soon as you like experience it for the first time, it's like automatic, like you hook. Same thing happened for me. Like, and the thing is, like, you don't even know what you're doing when you first starting off, but it's just that raw feeling and emotion that like gets you like drug addict, hooked onto this dance, and like it takes over your life.
Yeah, it so is. It's kind of like a niche thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If people either like it or they don't. Sometimes it's not like, you know, I kind of grown to like it. I don't know. I feel like most people I've met, like they either like it or kind of have wanted to check it out. I mean, the ones that are really in it, not the ones that say, oh yeah, I need to add it to my arsenal because I'm a dancer and I need to learn that. That's a different. But people that are really in it and want to do it, yeah, usually it's you're either, you know, it's like, oh yeah, that's great. I got to be in this, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So how did you like get involved far as like meeting BulletH3ad and a few others?
Yeah. So at the beginning when I was learning, I got to remember the years, maybe 2014. BulletH3ad at the time, I think he was living in Utah. He moved out. And honestly, I didn't know anything about the movement. There weren't, at the time, San Jose wasn't that active. There were a few Krumpers. Aftershock, he actually started something a few years before then. There was a bit of a movement. And it's part of NorCal, right? Because we're in the Bay Area. We're 2 hours away from SAC. But I know when he learned, a lot of the guys from NorCal kind of supported him and, you know, just laughed with him and stuff. So I know at that time, things kind of died down a little bit. I think maybe it was the original hype or the original momentums kind of start to drop. And I think there's something about this too. Sometimes you have a bunch of people that are young at a certain age, you know, high school, when you have more time, or, you know, and then life happens. Some people get married, some people go in college. It's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
So at the time it was kind of quiet, but it was like maybe just within a year, BulletH3ad moved back, and I think he got connected with Aftershock. And so that's how I met him. So at the time, I think maybe 1 year into it. So I might have met him 2015, I think. So I'm going to put this disclaimer out there. My memory is not very good. So, you know, my time may be a little off, but that's kind of what I remember. And at the time, I know I was trying to find something to do, trying to find a session. I went to NorCal a couple of times, like to Sacramento area. But it's 2 hours, and with traffic, it's really bad. So a couple of times I was able to go up, but I was so new, you know. I was taking classes, but, you know, I really needed a little more, and it wasn't that active here. And so it was the time I was also starting to bring people in for some workshops. You know, I brought Robbie in and Outrage, just to build up this little area at the time. And then when BulletH3ad showed up and he was like looking for people, I started talking to him, you know. Wow. There was also this Korean, I call him Korean kid. I call them all kids, sorry. And he was he was also here in Heat Krumps, and he was an intern at the time. So Yushin and Devon's BulletH3ad, Yushin is Kid Cast, and yeah, like the three of us hung out a lot, and I know they were going out a lot more. I kind of got, it's like that's one perspective of a dancer too. You have family. I don't have kids, but I still have family. Got a full-time job. Kind of hard to get away sometimes.
Right.
But yeah, so that's how we met, and we became friends. And I mean, he's so talented, BulletH3ad.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, a good person too. I just
I had the pleasure to talk to him last year, and he blew me away with like the way he handles himself. Like, he's so mature, man, and like I love the way like his body language is. Like, dope dude, man, very dope dude. So my first question is, how come when people think of California Krump, they automatically assume it's just the southern aspect of California? They really don't bring up like the North Cal of Krump. Why do you think is that?
I don't know. You gotta ask the people. I can't make a lot of assumptions. I don't know why. Maybe California's big, but I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, I'm just thinking out loud here. I mean, Southern California, that's the birthplace of Krump.
Right.
If you're gonna think California, birthplace of Krump, you're gonna think that. I mean, nothing wrong with that to me. And, I'm not here like, and that's just me, I'm not here like trying to compete for attention. We're just all here crumping.
Right.
But it would make sense. I mean, if it's a birthplace, it came from there, eyes in them from there. Yeah. Why wouldn't you? I mean,
right.
I think France, I think Paris. It's all, it's just all I'm saying. Famous plays, for a good reason. But NorCal's active, especially now. I mean, I know the Sacramento guys are doing all kinds of stuff. We kind of do our own thing, and I know BulletH3ad's always active. Yeah. I mean, that would be my answer. I wish I know more.
That's actually perfect. Because one thing I've been trying to do lately is trying to get like bring like a lot of eyes to the North Cal movement, because you guys got a lot of dope stuff going on. And like I told Philip, I told him, I said, yo, when I come to Cali next time, which will be soon, I was like, I'm gonna make sure that I come to you guys' area and spend like a few days over there. That way, I can film and really properly get you guys a lot of eyes to what you guys' movement is, because it's so amazing. And the thing is, people don't know, like, you got like Concrete, BulletH3ad, like a lot of dope dancers come from that area. And a lot of people don't even know that.
Yeah. And maybe, I mean, they're heavy up there. And a lot of them, and with Sacramento, a lot of them have been there from the beginning, like the movement. I think San Jose might have caught on a little later, not saying that people weren't crumping, because I know BulletH3ad he grew up in San Jose. He was doing his own thing. He would dream about all of this stuff. I wish he had a community around him at the time, but who knows, things work out for a different reason.
Right.
But I know another guy, he was, I think K9 is one of the guys that is also in the 408 community. He was crumping too, but I think, some of these people just never got connected. It wasn't like a movement over here in the Bay Area, but the Sacramento guys, they've been around. Some of them have been around for a while. So they know the history, they've been around, they share some of the knowledge, and yeah, definitely. It's a different energy, when some of them have been around, for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
So for someone who's never got a chance to like touch down in the 408 area, kind of explain to everyone like what it's like there.
Oh, you mean like the area, or you mean the Krump community?
Oh, actually both.
Okay, the area. All right. Bay Area is expensive. We all know that, but so it's kind of like half a miracle that I'm still here. But you know, we have like a bunch of little cities. You know, we have lots of great restaurants. The cool thing is there is a very active dance culture here. You know, there's and popping is really popular. I love popping too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why I progress so slow when I'm older. Second, it's like I want to learn popping and Krump at the same time. Should focus, but I can't give it up. And you know, there are lockers or whackers out here. You know, it's a great scene. You know, and the energy is like real friendly to me, at least the way I've experienced it. All kinds of different dancers get together. Like, you know, we would show up at a popper session sometimes, and we're Krump. And there'll be poppers that'll show up at our session, and they'll pop. You know, it's just it's nice. It's a very friendly kind of environment. And as far as Krump community, I think has a lot to do with how Aftershock built it, and I learned from him so much. I started building it, and for a little while, I did some stuff. I did a couple of events, and then BulletH3ad kind of took over, started teaching classes, and he was regular with the session, regular, like for a couple of years now, and he's still doing it, and that really helped. So our community, for myself, for 408, one thing I pride in how much that we are friends. The people in 408, we're friends. Like we hang out. And I know there are other communities like that out there, small pockets. Usually you don't hear a lot of noise from us because we're just kind of like, we're having fun, we're chilling. You know, we get together, we dance, we want to learn. Like we'll go to eat, we'll go to movies sometimes. You know, of course, you know, some people are closer to the others. You know, you usually don't have like, you know, 50 people that are really close to each other.
Right.
But I know it's growing because Devon is teaching the class. You know, BulletH3ad is teaching the class. He's brought in new people all the time, and he hosts a session right after the class, which is really nice. So, you know, they get to see what a session's like. They can jump in. It's a friendly community. As far as I'm concerned, it's been great. I mean, and people embrace me. I mean, that's nice. I learned slow, and I wasn't even dancing that much before. Yeah, I mean, we really have love for each other, you know.
And you know,
Yeah.
I could tell that a lot by just how you guys interact with each other on you guys' page. Like I post a lot of my stuff on you guys' page because you get a lot of good feedback. Like it's always someone on there to get positive energy, you know. That's why I love that North Cal, like what you guys got there for sure.
With NorCal, we kind of actually have to make an effort to go there more often too. Like when we get together, we're you know, we have fun. We're still 2 hours away, so a lot of times it's been tough, but we stand for each other, you know, and that they've been great to us.
Right.
You know, they've been great to us, and you know, with San Jose, you know, Bay Area's got some San Jose, got Oakland, got San Francisco, like Oakland. You know, Brawley is there with his fam, you know, and Brawley's been around for a minute. Xavier, what's his? I always remember him as J. Neptune, but you know, he's there. He's a great dancer, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, these people are amazing, and yeah, just. I mean, we're kind of spread apart. So in a way, it's kind of like a little bit like Southern Cal, right? You have LAX. And then, you know, in the more central part, and then, you know, you're, you know, out there, you know, what's the other, I think it's Moreno Valley, I guess. And then, you know, San Diego, you know, if you think about an hour or 2 hours away, you know, it's a bit of a distance to drive. But so we're a little spread out like that if you think of NorCal. But yeah. And I don't know if you even in the 408 page, yeah, we kept it. 408 is kind of small that way sometimes in some, like our community page, and yeah, we just kind of hang. We hang a lot. I like to eat. I don't know if it shows because I and so I think at the beginning, a lot of times when we're building a community in the Bay Area, a lot of times we just want to, you know, we'll be a session and I'll be like, we can go eat. Let's go eat after. Let's go eat. And I think that helps. And Devon's always like, you know, he would love to go get pizza with anyone, you know. Yeah.
You guys got got a like a family environment built on that side, and I'm like, like my happiest Krump moments is when I'm just hanging out with my crew. It's not even a dancing part. Like I'm like
Yeah.
love like this, like you said, like going out to eat, maybe going to like an amusement park day or hiking or
Yeah.
like a lot of people in my crew, like we play basketball, so like we'll go to a park and just shoot around. You know, you just
That's
building that
cool.
properly like brotherhood, because some of us come from where we don't have like immediate family to show that, you know, same love as we have with our Krump family. So that's my favorite thing is in Krump is just being around my crew. That's it.
Yeah, and yeah, a lot of people in NorCal doing that. I know Dion is out there always, you know, Young Concrete, and he's always out there checking out, you know, checking people, checking in with people. Ryan is out there. Oh man, love Ryan. Uh, Such a good spirit, and his fam, Spoof fam.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know, he's the Spoof fam is great as far as I've seen. I was like, wow, they're amazing people. You know, and somebody I haven't, you know, I haven't been really active on social media a whole lot all the time. Brian Dang, he's done so much for NorCal. Like, you know, for a little while he was doing a lot of night walkers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you know, we got some great people up here.
Yeah, for sure. So which one do you like have a stronger passion for at the moment? Is it popping or Krump?
And see, you know, is it bad that I'm not that loyal? I'm just kidding. I think it's actually I Krump more. I don't know. I think the passion. Okay, if I ever have to pick, I think I want to Krump more because right now, I started Krumping because it's therapy for me. Right? I know people say that, and I know there are different reasons for people. You know, some people they really have a hard life. Now I can't say I had a hard life. You know, I'm suburban, middle-aged woman, but I have my crap. You know, I got
Mhm.
emotional stuff, and you know, sometimes I think Asian culture and being a woman too, you know, you don't get to express yourself a certain way. And I am an oddball. I really am. And Crump just gets all your emotions out. And I think sometimes people forget that. Like when they're saying why it's so great, it's because you can't the thing about emotions and feelings is that you gotta feel them, right? That's how you process them. The Crump gives you an environment to fully experience and process and feel that feelings because you're setting up whatever scenario to feel it. If I'm pissed off, I can do that. If I'm grieving, I can do that in there, even though I don't have to tell you all about my, you know, detailed story of why I'm grieving, because you know, not everybody wants to talk, and not everybody, you know, needs to talk about their things over and over again, you
Right.
know. So that's what's helpful to me, you know. So I think it's Crump
Wow,
because
that's amazing.
the hard part is I don't know how long I can do it really until, you know, it's hard. It's hard on the body. It's
Mm-hmm.
hard on the body. You know, I keep trying though. I used to say, oh, you know, at the beginning when I was learning 4orty4, I was rushing a little bit. And that's why I went and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, when SLX was available, I went and took it. I asked Chess to teach me the foundations because I was so new. Anything advanced I couldn't learn. But I was rushing because I thought I didn't have enough years. I said, yeah, you know, the most I can do maybe 50. I don't know, you know. But now I'm 52, so I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna put a cap on it, but I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna do it until I can't,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
you're definitely an amazing woman. I hear a lot of great things about you, and never, no matter what, even when you stop dancing, just always make sure you be in the movement, man. We need everyone in here so we can just keep taking Krump just like to the next stratosphere.
Yeah. Crump is Crump is interesting right now, you know, like all the stuff that's going on, but the dance is definitely expanding. It's got a life on its own right now. That's how I see it. There's a little bit of a transition time. I feel like, you know, how it started, you know, and I'm sure, you know, all the people that have been paying attention to the history and learn about it, just there's different kind of age of Crump, right? And I feel like this is transitioning into something else. And I think it's going to come out healthy. But
Yeah, I'm hoping.
That's why it's so messy right now.
Right, and that's what I'm trying to do. Like, as far as playing my part, just to keep, being like a voice for everyone to get their voice heard, their footage seen. That way you're not relying on certain people that's, maybe will turn you down. Like, I always want this platform to make people comfortable, just to be like, yo, you mind if I share my story, or you mind if you put my footage out there? I'm all for it. So I don't care who you are. I don't care if you started dancing yesterday, if you're a veteran, like, I'm all for everybody that's in this movement. So
That's so cool. That's so cool.
So
I'm
my next question is, I seen you a while back post a picture with eyes. I want you to like let everybody know your experience that you had meeting them.
So when I first did it was when I took SLX. I remember sending him an email and saying, yeah, I want to take this because it's kind of once in a lifetime thing. It was 3 days of training, including a hotel room that you can stay at. And it's like a few hours each time, and they record some of your footage and give them back to you. It was actually a great deal. I know it's expensive in a sense, but based on all the dance stuff, and I actually could afford it at the time. I was working in high tech. I still am working in high tech, but for a smaller business now. But I had a little, extra income at the time. I'm like, oh, it'll be stupid if I don't do this, Plus, I can meet him, Right. So yeah, I took that, and he was a really great teacher, and he's always been a great teacher when he taught. His face always lit up when he's teaching something, and I either get it or I'm excited about it. He's like, "You like that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why wouldn't I like that?" It was awesome. To me, it was he was very sincere. I think he's really like very much he's about Krump, And I know there's a lot of drama around him and stuff, but at the end of the day, everybody in Krump, the way I see it, we're just people,
Right.
We're people. I mean, and on top of that, Krump is a culture that grew up from, hardship, people with hardship. And so we all got a lot of stuff. And I know sometimes people would go like, go get some healing. And I'm like, dude, you can't just, I don't know, you can't just force me to go get some healing. I don't know. But that could be the, that's kind of just how I am. Maybe some people would say I'm too soft. I don't know. But I like to give some grace because I know I've done a lot of messed up thing in my life personally.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really want to go into everybody's life and sort out everything, So yeah, but my experience, he's been good to me.
Nice. And I'm glad you got to experience that because, he gets such a bad rap, but like you said, no one's perfect and everyone has their demons in the closet. So like,
oh gosh, I got a graveyard.
Met him a few times and, I haven't had any bad experience, with him. So
no, they're great. And I got to go meet Miss Prissy though. I got to go meet her. I haven't really had a face-to-face talk. I've talked to her once on the phone. I actually gave her a phone call because for a little while when she started becoming active again and she talked about, her experience, I realized I was, because by the time I joined the movement, it was later. So I didn't really know all the history. And when I realized is if I didn't know it, I was kind of part of the group that had caused her grief in a sense, right? Even though I wasn't active about it, but I didn't know her story. Didn't get to support her. So I found a way and I called her out, and just say, hey, you don't know me very well, but I like to apologize. She was so cool. She was so cool.
Yeah, amazing woman.
I got to meet her someday.
What are some of your like favorite female dancers?
Daisy. I'm just a big fan. I'm also her friend. So I could be biased, but Daisy, man, the first time I watched her, it was way back in, I don't know what year it was. It was at AkA. You know, Mafioso was throwing events back then. And it was her against Taminator. I love Taminator too, by the way. Man, she's cool. But Daisy, it was the first time I watched her. And my God. And I know there were footage of her before. Not the same in person, right?
No.
And it was just, oh my God, her posture and just her character. And it's just, you know, immediately after that. And I hate to be such a fangirl sometimes, but I am. I just kind of walked up to her and go, oh, you're so awesome. I'd love to bring you up to San Jose, you know, because I really did. I wanted to bring her up for just, you know, a class or something. And so we started talking, and and then, you know, she came up for a class just to teach. And I remember picking her up in the airport. And, you know, she's a very good person, very good. Just got a cool head on her shoulder. She's got her head screwed on straight.
Yeah,
you know, I like her a lot. She's just very mature for her age.
I would love to get her on the show and let one of these times and let her, you know, share her story as well.
Yeah, and she's like, you know, I love the woman empowerment thing. She's very upfront and she's so creative, and she raps. I don't know, you know, I know some people
amazing artist.
Amazing art. It's just I can't understand why she isn't famous already. You know, that's what I tell her every time I see her too. But I love her. She's just I just love her.
What have been some of like your highlights of Krump? Like some of your dopest moments that you've had experienced so far?
You know, the dopest moment. See, this speaks a lot about Krump. The dopest moment is always the moment when community rallies around you. So first time I can think of is when that was my cover image for a long time, right after SLX. And then I were asking everybody who's experienced SLX to go on stage and dance. And I wasn't very good Krumper back then, you know, I was just learning. But it felt great. And people were supportive. And, you know, they gave me great feedback, you know, and I don't, you know, but the different people, you know, people can say, hey, you're Buck. I mean, technically, I know, you know, I see footage now. So it's not even like I'm all that in a bag of chips right now anyways. But at the time, I could tell, you know, I was okay. I did some stuff. But people were just kind. I mean, they were just, you know, they hype. You know, I was just out there throwing my stuff out, you know, but they were good. That was one moment. I remember it was in LA. And it really jazzed me up. It was just, you know, there's nothing like going to LA and experience Krump. It's not about just there's a certain energy, and it's raw, and it's because it's the birthplace. And people are some way, you just soak it up. It's awesome. It's like I don't know. So that was great. Second one that I really remember is now my second cover picture on my Facebook. It was an event of NorCal. It was the one that One Up Crew, which is Tark. I think he's under Brawley, and you know they kind of had an event up there. If I'm not remembering incorrectly. And I'm trying to remember what the event was, but 408 gets to showcase a bit, and I was in part of the showcase. Wow! And at some point, I think I just get in Krump, and I didn't even know until I saw the video, and people were chanting my name, and that was like, you know, like, oh, you know, I was like, oh. And it's humbling. And I think I made a long ass post about it, you know, because that's just, because it really touched me, you know. And it's not just because like, oh my gosh, you're so cool, people calling your name. It's really the humility of it. Like I have to be humble enough to be carried and to be lifted up, you know. that's the most important experience to me. That high, that's why I love sessions more. I want to battle just to get over myself, because a lot of this is my own journey to get over myself and become brave.
Right.
But sessions, my heart. And it's like I have to be humble enough and say, I know people say you don't need the hype. I'm like, to me, metaphorically speaking about life, yeah, you do. I like hype. What's wrong with that? I like being carried. I like being encouraged. I like encouraging people. I'm gonna do it. And that was a moment. It really did something to me. It's life-changing. I know it is also life-changing if you can just go Krump out there without anybody hyping and you still kill it.
Right.
And I get that. I think it's just a different personality. But for me, you know, I need that. I'm all about community. That's one of my core values. I have 3 core values: is faith, community, and humility. And when I was in that spot, everything was aligned. And yeah, those were the best moments.
Wow, man. I'm just proud to even have you shared that story on my platform, man. Is this I love hearing about everyone's journey and like their like experience in this Krump movement, because we all love this dance and everyone's getting different stuff out of it. Everyone like has had different experience from it. And I just love hearing like everyone's perspective and highlights of this Krump movement. And
Yeah.
how long do you think Krumps can last for?
How long can it last?
Yeah. Do you
It's
see
gonna keep going.
you see
It's
like
gonna keep. It's gonna evolve.
break dancing has been forever. Do you see Krump as like a forever dance?
Yes. Yes. It has to be. Yes, absolutely. I mean, you know, is it going to be like super mainstream all the time? Maybe not. You know, dance gonna come and go, but yeah, Krump, come on. I mean, if I could, and I do, I tell people, and especially women too. And I know a lot of women just love it because they're just great dancers. But for me, I mean, a woman crumping at this age about it, it's hard stuff. This is all about, you know, it's a little selfish, but it's all about me. You know, it's my feelings and my emotions. It's the greatest, cheapest therapy you can get. I'm not saying that is going to solve all your problem. Of course, there are more things, you know.
Right.
But to experience, like I said earlier, to just feel those emotions and being able to just like go out there and, you know, like if I am just stuck in a certain place, I can just, you know, almost like undo it. I can't tell you, and people will tell you, I've gone to a lot of sessions where I just go out there, do my thing, and sit down and bawl my eyes out. And then I felt better. And that didn't cost $120 an hour.
Right.
And that's how I'm going to advocate it.
Wow, I definitely agree with you on that. It's cheap. It's the cheapest, dopest energy that you can experience in life.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my daughter to, but she's very into kind of like the what is that dance called? She's like the ballet gymnastics.
Aww,
Yeah, she's into
that's
that.
great too. That's great too.
I'm trying to teach her how to get off, but every time she'd be like, "Dad, what are you doing?" So
That's her thing. She'll find a way, you know. She likes ballet. She'll find a way to release that energy.
Yep.
Oh, that's so great. She's into dance. Oh.
Yep. All right, I got 2 more good questions for you. First one is, if you were the leader of, let's say, like the 408 area or North Cal, et cetera, what would be some of the changes you would put forward to like make the you guys' Krump movement better?
I don't know. I'm not. I'll just keep doing what we're doing. I have a belief in just organically happening. Changes, what actually one of the change, and it's not just for NorCal. This is one of the change that I wish I wish I could do and help with without being preachy. See, one thing I don't like is I don't like preachy. It's just maybe I'm old and stubborn. But then I realized I don't think I ever liked preachy since I was 5. So maybe it's just my own personal flaw. But I don't really like unsolicited advice. So, you know, so I try not to do it with other people, only if I feel like it's receptive. Sometimes I'll say, hey, here's what I learned, take what applies and leave the rest. That's very 12 steps, by the way. 12 steps also a great program. I would love to be able to share the importance and how to be self-aware enough, self-reflective enough, and having the willingness to have a difficult conversation in a way that is in a way that you can be respectful, and so that you can really receive it from both sides. All respect for people who are straightforward, straight shooter. I understand that. I understand this is just their style. I've learned now in my life that I do much better when I try to hold myself accountable and know that I'm responsible as much as possible how a message lands on the other side. And that is so useful in my life, in my marriage, in my friendship, that I wish I could just give that. I wish I could just talk to people about it. I am in no way a master about it. I just have learned and I'm practicing. But I see people bumping heads all the time that I'm just like sitting there going, if you would only just, yeah. But then at the same time, I'm 52, right?
Right.
And so I also don't want to just jump in there and sound all preachy, because people have their own path. Everybody has their own unique journey and path to get to wherever they need to get to. But if there's one thing I like to contribute, that would be a way I contribute. And it's not just NorCal. I say that because I've had some experience in my own experience here in NorCal, that I had to go back and own up some stuff, where I had to call people up and said, like, you know, years later, and go, you know, remember that happened? You know, I'm on the phone being awkward and said, yeah, you know, I probably shouldn't have done that. And that sucks. You know, it sucks to have that conversation, but it turned out great. It turned out great. You know, and we get to have a real conversation. At some point in that middle of a conversation was hard, and it was messy, and it was like, oh my gosh, I feel so vulnerable. But it was good. And I kind of want more of that for us, because I love Krump, and I love the culture, and I love the people who Krump. And I just wish they could have it, you know, at the same time. Yep. I think that's why Krumpers are so raw, you know, because they have all the stuff, you know. But yeah, I think it's helped me and my community and my life and my career so much. You know, it's humbling. I have to say it's humbling. It's not fun to always look at myself and go, oh my gosh, I think I messed that up, you know. But I like to model that. And this is probably why I'm telling you out here. I want to tell people that, yeah, you know, I do that. And I know in my heart I'm stubborn. I don't really want to, but it's humbling. I think that's why I think when people lift me up in a session, it's a humbling session, because, you know, sometimes you have a crowd of people. Not everybody, you know, are completely cool with you all the time. But people who choose to hype you up, even though they aren't cool, you have to want to receive that too. You know, because I know there are sometimes, I know in the past, like I have a mentality that would be like, I'm too proud. Like, I don't want them to, you know, like I don't want to, but it's great. Why not? Take it. People are giving, take it, you know, and just be thankful. And then realize, like, yeah, I need everyone, you know, in a sense. Not need, but you know what I mean. Everyone needs someone.
Very well said. Very well said. And man, just having people like you in the community, Krump is gonna gonna last for a long time because we just need that dope, positive vibe, positive energy, you know, in this community. And we get a couple more people like you, we're gonna be all right. I'll tell you that.
I'm the soft side. I know there are sometimes some people really responds better to like the hard reality, and I know we have plenty of those people out there that keeps us honest. Those are great too. But I think, you know, some of the softer stuff may not be so bad. You know, balance it out.
Yep, definitely agree. Last question.
Yeah.
So I like to eat too, but I only eat type of foods. Give me some of your favorite foods.
Oh my gosh, what, there's favorite food? I mean, if it's sitting there, it look like you can eat it and it's not moving, I'm eating it.
Oh my God.
I'm Chinese. You should see some of the stuff we eat. I'm just saying. But I don't know. I mean, I honestly really love all kinds of food. I love Korean. I love Japanese food. I love a late night pho after a dance session. There's like a pho place that opens till like 2:30 or 3 or something like that on the weekends. We always go there. BulletH3ad loves that place. Him and Jan, including BulletH3ad. Man, I don't know. That's just, see, I'm not loyal. I just like all kinds of stuff. I like all kinds of things. I like all kinds of food. Yeah, the healthy one. And even if it is not super, like, I mean, even just plain food. Boiled chicken, I like boiled chicken. It doesn't even have to be like super seasoned. I don't know. Maybe it's an addiction thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, you know, everybody's got some flaws.
Right. Wow. And this has been this like a great opportunity to get to talk to you. You know, we message back and forth a lot, but it's just dope to actually get a chance to have a proper conversation with you. And I definitely, like I said, next time I come to Cali, you guys will be seeing me. Like, I don't care if it's like a couple days, or I'm going to make sure I head y'all away. That's like my #1 goal. And I know for sure I'll be in Cali in like 3 more weeks. I know that for sure. So you guys, just make sure I keep in contact with you guys, and, you know, we'll just meet up and have some dope sessions, go out, get some good food, and just vibe out.
Yep, do that, definitely. But yeah, spare some time, because you want to travel the different community and kind of experience us if you can, because we'd love to have you. Love to take you out.
All right.
If you show up, I'm feeding you.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that then.
Okay.
Yeah. Let everybody know where they can follow you at. All your social media.
Oh, on social media, I think is at Selim Carlson's. Selim Carlson at on Instagram.
Okay. Facebook.
I also do some artwork, so that's a different one. But for this, it's a C for Christina. Lim is my last name. Carlson is my married last name, so Selim Carlson.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, for Instagram would work. On Facebook is, I think it's Christina Lim Carlson. I wish I know this stuff better, but yeah, hopefully people can see this here, and, you know, with my tag and whatnot. Feel free to follow, and also want to offer it out there that if anybody ever like need prayer or anything, just hit me up. I love to just send a prayer up like on the side. I don't need to know all the details. Just let me know, you know.
Okay.
Sometimes that's helpful.
Hey, well, before we get out, bless my platform with a good prayer before we head out.
Seriously?
Yeah, serious.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll just pray real quick. Thank you, God, for this opportunity. Thank you for everybody here. Thank you for being you, Lord, and for putting a bit of yourself in all of us, and that we're creative, amazing people. I ask that you're going to work in this community in your amazing ways, bring healing where it's needed, give the energy and joy into the movement, continue to encourage us, remind us that we're amazing people, and you love us, every one of us that is loved. So just lift everything up, especially for this platform that he's getting the word out. You know, bless this man who is doing something good, and his family and his daughter and all the people around him. So yeah, just lift everything up to you. Thank you, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. And I definitely appreciate you, you know, showing all the love and support. And the more people that can, you know, pull up and share their story is gonna, this is all for Krump. So I
Yeah,
definitely,
don't discount old people. That's my message. Don't discount old people.
yeah, I know that's right. And I definitely appreciate you taking time out, of your day to just come on the show. That really means a lot to me, and it goes a long way. Whether you like, a lot of people don't think like just for them just taking an hour out they did, it goes a long way because everybody watches this and everybody it brings more people to be comfortable than coming on and sharing their story. So I definitely appreciate that, and I'll be looking to see you soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Mhm.
much for this.
Oh, have a good day, and thanks again. I appreciate it.
All right. Bye.
All righty. Yeah, that was Krump Talk episode 36 with 4orty4, AkA Momma BulletH3ad. Y'all know my slogan. I'm just a guy that like to talk about reality. Peace.